definitely need more living rock brick, don't we? And we don't need the slabs for this. So we've got that, that. Okay. There. Woo. And then we need just, oh, I should have put the redstone on when I was up there. Okay. Corporeous spark. And I need to put a piece of redstone up here. I mean, I have it over there. But I don't think I do. Is that extra? We have a redstone torch that'll turn this block, it'll activate this block, which will turn this redstone on, right? I don't want to do too much. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it would, but it's not connected that way. Anyone? No one? Well, then I'm going to leave it there for now. And then this will be where the block goes. And we need to configure you for 1x1. We need to put an item frame up there with a cyan flower. And then we need the hopper, we need the hourglass up there, don't we? The joys of 112 redstone. All right, we have that. And I need to go get some more wood to make some more shovels. Yeah. I mean, you say it like it's a bad thing. 112 redstone. It's not that bad. We are gonna need more leather, so let's get that. I even think I have some over here at our very slow passive mob farm. What do I have over here for leather? I have exactly a stack. They've made nice improvements, including more control over how it connects. I have seen that. For 1.16? Yep, I have seen that. I mean, if I wanted to be very specific, I could make the PCBs that are in the pack for that more fine-tuned control. And that would mean this block here would be a PCB, and I would just have it pointing into that block and that block. And this one. Or I could just slap a piece of redstone on the top of that, because I don't know if it connects. So we'll just do that. Boy, is my inventory. I can't wait for this to be cleared up a bit. Do I have... Okay. Let's do you. Because you'll stack, and then we'll do more sticks. And I have no inventory space. Yeah, all right. So shovels. There we go. Now this, do we have? We have 6 stacks of science. So again, we're gonna run out here. I'm gonna need to get my key to keep these configured, because otherwise they'll forget what flowers they're supposed to have. All right. Key is here. Boop. And we might as well do these 2 so that it doesn't empty and then put shovels in there. All right, so we now need this. Did I put the one up there? We put it there. And it's running, right? Yes. So we have the flowers being crafted for hydrangeas. Yay! Next one is we need all right. And no flames, so we'll do red. And hopefully there's no wonky side diagonal connectivity. Oh, for crying out loud. There we go. And you. Okay. Give you the spark. And comparator with the redstone block. And then configure the pattern and set the flower. This was red. All right, that actually went in there. Yay! So we just need the hourglass up there. I'm gonna wait because we need to do orange too, so we might as well assemble that while we're here. Redstone up here so I don't forget it needs to be up here, and then no, you first. Okay. Great. Item frame. Nope. There. This one is orange. Orange is for the thermal lily. There we go. Put a piece of sand in there. Did I not bring more sand? It feels odd that I'm... Has that got more than one in there? It does. Okay, there's my problem. Okay, and then spark. Great. Okay, so now we need to do this one, and yeah. I have more of that. I know I do. Okay. Okay. Come on. And you. All right. Bloop. Ugh. So refreshing to be able to finally automate things. You cannot believe how happy this makes me. Yeah, to be able to finally get this stuff going. All right, you. And we need to grab a flower and make some more shovels. We need more wood. I have, okay. Yay. And there's a spark there, yes. So this needs a white. Light gray, not a white. And I put that there again. Instead of where it needs to be. There. Great. Piece of sand. Alright, we need to grab more sand because I need those two over there. Is that one? And two, yeah. Today's Saturday, Darkwing. Hi, nice to see you. Whoops. I forgot to configure it, guys. It's just throwing flowers everywhere. There we go. There we go. All right, let's go put the flowers away that we were picking up. Great. Next one. Brown. Woo. I forgot the comparator for this one, didn't I? That moment when your first producing flowers are being auto-crafted and deployed as a decay feels so nice. It will be. I can't wait. This is definitely bringing us closer to that moment. Do I have Corporea on you? Must not have. Have them on you? Yep. Okay. So then we have 3 more. 3 more. Get rid of the extra. Yep. Okay. I hit the jump button a bit too much. I have been learning a new game and the keys are slightly different. I've been actually trying to play Terraria. So it's not a new game, but I need to get some more hourglasses. Edward is having some difficulties playing Minecraft. It's making him dizzy, and for specifically 1.16, and it's a known thing for some people that Minecraft makes them dizzy. And it's only in the newer versions that this happens, and he wants to play Minecraft. But he likes Terraria, and so he is trying to get me into Terraria, which means I need to learn the mechanics and things, and some of the moving stuff is different. Dang it, I did it again. And so it's been taking me some time to learn the keys, and that's probably what's causing me to jump a lot more. You're right, it is about combat and boss fights a lot more, and I told him that I was nervous about that. And I'm like, you know, I'm not a fighter. And he's like, I know. So yeah, there's that. Let's go get, we need 2 more hourglasses. Yeah, we need 2 more hourglasses. 3, then we need 1 here. Okay. We need 1, 2, 3. We'll need 4, 5. We'll need 1 for here too, but for now, these 2 petals we're not using. Black and white. So it can just sit there. Let's go make 2 more hourglasses. Grab some sand. And we should have mana steel and mana glass, and I've already got redstone on me. Probably want to turn our jaded on. It'll be really nice when I can maximize the jaded, make it run faster. And I did notice before we learned about messenger lenses, there are far too many spreaders with the messenger lens on it in here. Now that we know we could do phantom messenger and have it go through like 35 drums of the wild, I can eventually get underneath here and remove several of the spreaders, change the lens to be the composite lens, and put the drums in one line instead of the spread out that I have. That will happen eventually. Probably when we have better mana producers so that we're not having to turn these on and off. Yeah. Alright, so we needed the hourglass over here, correct? And there it goes with one piece of sand. Right. You should be working. Oh, Corporea. Now you're working. Oops, there we go. Do you see how we have 8 sparks left and we made a stack not very long ago? Thankfully we only need 2 more. But yeah. For this bit, we will need them eventually to finish the petal haul. But currently just making the ones we need to run the flowers we have. I'm actually planning on having far more than 1 jaded amaranthus in that setup. I plan on having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Woohoo. But I don't do the math thing very well as to calculating. We're likely going to need more than 1 farm. It's possible we'll need more than 1 farm. But my one in the creative world had 3 jaded amaranthuses inside it. Flowers coming in passively. Yeah. And even more so when I can put overgrowth seeds in that hole. That'll be a insane thing to get set up. But I do want overgrowth seeds in there. I know I'm gonna have to farm a lot of the Gaia because I don't believe the overgrowth seeds are a part of the loot unless that's been changed. And by loot I mean dungeon loot. I don't think it has been changed to include that. I don't know. I don't remember if that's a tweak that's been done or not. JEI has it as dungeon loot, the overgrowth seed, then yeah, that counts. Because otherwise, in regular Botania for 112, you can only get overgrowth seeds from Gaia 2. So it's probably been added via Botania tweaks for this pack. Oh no! I locked it, but it's used up all the blue. It shouldn't have used it up. It must have used it up before I hit the... before I locked it. Okay. Now this one is ready. Right? Well, it needs this. And then... there we go. Pink petals. We have all the petals that we're currently using now running, correct? Running? Not running. We need... did we not seriously make... we need to make one more hourglass. Here. Alright. Let's put the brown petal flower in there and then go make another hourglass. I grabbed elf glass. Okay. Ooh. So, thought process here is that we want to just finish this today and do the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the other 7 petals so that we just have a functioning petal crafting. Is this one seriously full? It is. Our first one is full. We have red petals. I am going to end up wasting 2 petals each time it shuts off. I am currently okay with that. Oh well. They'll despawn after 5 minutes and that'll be fine. Alright. So, to consider, do we want to finish the petal haul? I do need to run over to the orchid and turn it off, and that chest is probably more than full. We probably have stuff just piling up on the ground. Oh buddy. Oh buddy, do we? We need to deal with we need to deal with this. Okay. We're just going to dump stuff right now so that we can actually pick up what is there. Okay, I did not. So I can make a double chest because we're gonna want to make larger space inventory anyway. And it's a regular one, not a char set one. Hopefully a lot of this stuff hasn't despawned, but I have a feeling it has. Step number 1, do that. Step number 2, pick everything else up. We have some XP laying around. Thank goodness we have chunks so it gathers it all together. Well, we still didn't get a ton of gold, but we do have a bunch of other stuff. So let's start bringing it over. We will eventually just store it over here. It'll get processed and stored there. Won't need to come over here. Yeah. I do not have a whole lot of coal in here, but let's get, yeah, these are might as well just chuck the coal in it that I've just picked up. Emeralds, and then I think the rest was coal and ore. And I need the sand that was in the hourglasses. Our next challenge is, I do know that our generating flowers are going to run out. I did not craft any more, and we were really low when I started. Do you have an automatic mana distribution setup? Yeah, I do. It's these things that you see up here. This is the out, and then I have in, which is underneath, down below. So they don't overlap. I need to eat. I do plan on changing it over to transferring mana tablets or greater bands of mana. But at this point in time, that is not what I have. Okay, so we do need to get these filled. Some of these still had charcoal. It's via sparks and mana pumps. You can see what I've got here. And they're one directional. They don't go the opposite direction, so they only go from the battery out to where it's needed, and the stuff that's being generated is underneath, and it can only go into the battery. But again, we will eventually have a Corporea mana tablet or band of mana sort of storage setup instead of what I currently have. But nice to see you, Artemis. All right, so that is good. Let's put our 10 sand back for our setup. We might want to run this until it has cobble in this chest, which shouldn't be too long before I'll have cobble, because otherwise I have no cobble right now. So let's do that. Let's turn you on and let you make some cobble. That'll be the next, that'll be nice to get set up with Corporea too, because we'll have better organization and whatnot of that. Before we finish the petals, I think we'll head to the nether and grab that spawner, because we're really gonna need the sparks. Alright, so that's running through. And the Gaia spirits are in here. We need to make a life aggregator. Oh, I need 4 Gaia. 4 Gaia, 2 Ender Air, Dragonstone, Elementium. So there's the 4 Gaia. 2 Ender Air? Yes, and then 2 Elementium and a Dragonstone. Dragonstone, 2 Elementium. Okay. Life aggregator. Woohoo! And let's prepare to go to the Nether real quick. Without dying. We'll put on our protective gear, which the most protective thing would be the Invisibility Cloak. And I think actually I have that in here. I do. So we'll put you on. And I already have, we'll put this on. And we'll put that on. Okay. How are we doing on thermal lilies? Anyone want to guess? I have not made any since that last time we made them. Oh, we're fine. We've got 9, 10, 11. We've got almost 18 hours of thermal lilies still. I would love to expand, but since I have to manually craft the runes at the moment, oops. Don't want to do that. Oh, I'm picking up lava buckets. There we go. Alright, so I did tweak this, as you can see. Couldn't remember where I put the ladder. We have a ladder now, instead of that janky stair-step system. And then there's a ladder in here too. Hello. I didn't want to block off the nether access there, so... And it goes into the nether, and our blaze spawner is actually right there. So let's remember, how can I get to it? See, we were gonna make one in here until I can't remember who it was reminded me. The pack has decaying all generating flowers. All generating flowers decay. So there's this one, or I think there was another one. Was there another one? I don't know if this fortress. Okay. Alright, so we have access to the spawner. The life aggregator will let us pick it up. And then that is not it. This is it. Alright. See if we can not pick up lava buckets this time. Wrong that way. Okay. Success. We didn't have to fight anything thanks to our invisibility cloak, but we were prepared just in case. We have ourselves a monster spawner of blazes, so that's great. And we're gonna... see, I was flying into that. Let's cover it up. And we're gonna break in here, remove the light, and it's gonna go right there. And we're going to find out if we need to put another see-through block on the other side of these. All right, get out. Or if we'll be fine. So we do, it's not a common drop to get blaze rods, so I might have to bring that up with the pack maker. The avatar has a Rod of Unstable Reservoir, which attacks monsters in a given area and kills them as if a player killed them. We out of range? Or is it just slow? It's hard to know. Oh heck, it's still spinning with me standing out here, so we're fine. It doesn't look like it's trying to hit me, so we should be all right. So next step is to get a Hopper Hawk and a chest. We are getting XP in there, so we want to decide if we're going to collect it or let it despawn. Blazes drop a lot of XP, so it might be worth eventually automating the Rosa over there as well. So we have Hopper Hawk, and I don't believe I have a chest. Just do a vanilla one. Okay. Rosa should be able to pay for the life imbuer when it's blazes. Are we sure on that? Apparently a spider and some skellies are in... Since it's a dark area, it spawned other things. But, yeah. So, in order to do a Rosa in here, we're going to need to push the XP into the middle, or to compact it to get it close to the I don't want to have to do a ton of flowers like I did in my season 1 mob spawner. I just canvassed the floor with roses. I think I had like 7, because you know their ranges are just the 8 blocks around them, so I had them spread out on the bottom. I really don't want to have to make that many roses. It's a waste of runes of mana, a big waste, especially since we have ways of moving the XP orbs. We just have to figure out an amazing way to do it. husband just sent me a picture of something. Just a moment. Forgot to turn off notifications on my computer. I don't tend to like audible notifications. I did get my new hard drive and I'm still installing stuff, so it's not all configured accurately yet. I am addressing something with my husband, so give me just a moment. He sent me a picture of some drum kit stuff that he has been wanting to get. He actually found at the music store he's at currently the everything in all one pack instead of having to buy it all individually, and so I'm just asking him how much it is before he buys it, just so I know. He is a student drummer. He's learning how to drum, and he's really enjoying it, so yay! Especially since, if any of you remember, he used to be a bowler, and he would love to return to bowling, but with the pandemic, it feels very unsafe to go bowling. Be around people. We're being as protective as possible with that. So he hasn't been bowling in a really long time. And so he picked up something else that he's wanted to do, which is drumming. So he has a kit, but it needs to be quieter. He has two kits. He has an acoustic kit and he has a electronic kit. He wants his acoustic kit to be quieter so that when he's playing on it, it's not as loud and disturbing. So he's looking at a pack that has quiet low volume cymbals and quiet drum heads. So he's finding out how much it is, and that's what I'm waiting on at this point. He's currently waiting to ask. So yeah. Anyway, we will need to put a Rosa in there with some influence lenses, and maybe since it's far enough away, we could figure out how to make it far enough away so I can use a tiny planet for the influence lens and it not interfere with the mana coming out of the Rosa. Like we have the problem over here with that. I have to figure it out and see if there's a way. Because then we could use the tiny planet with the influence lens to pull the XP orbs in a circle around the Rosa. Hopefully. Maybe. All right. Told him to go ahead and get it because it's cheaper than the individual pieces that he was adding up. He's just like, oh, thank you. It's so cute. I have this piece. I thought I put the lid on. So where is that coming from? Oh, this was the piece where I had for the monster spawner. Okay, okay. Back to what we were doing. We now have a way to get blaze rods, and that was the reason of moving the blaze spawner. So I can stand there and collect blaze rods. We, like, again, need to decide what we're doing about the XP orbs, because that will be a very, very lucrative mana supply for running it, if we can collect the XP in the blaze farm. On the other side, right here, will eventually be an enderman spawner, because those have been added to the pack. So I don't want you anymore. I forgot to take off my Elementium gear. We don't need to be wearing that. Okay. You swap it out, because we don't need our big boss armor. And we don't need you, so we can put our decorative things back on that were... wasn't that, it was this. That were part of rewards from you guys, so those are back on. Alright. Ugh, I can't wait till I can fix that. I don't like how dark they are. We're gonna put stuff under it so you can't see just a blackness underneath there. Yuck. Just absolute yuck. Okay, let me check off. We've moved the blaze spawner. We still have some work to do with the blaze spawner, but it's moved. We've begun the petal crafting area. We still have more petals to craft, which we could work on. And the next thing I have written down on here is more corporea. So we'll see how we do. Petals are running, okay? We have very slow petal processing because these mana pools are probably about empty now. And again, we don't have a lot of generation. In fact, I bet our hydrangeas are dead. We probably need to get those going. We still have one bouncing there, which means we still have at least the one in our... We'd have to go over there to look in there. So we at least are still going to run for another hour. And then for endoflames, I cannot wait to do corporea with this, because the amount of charcoal blocks is growing, which means we'll be able to set up a whole nother pad. It's probably out. We've got a dead one there. We'll be able to set up a whole nother pad of these if I can calculate that we can keep up on the petals and the crafting and all that. I haven't sat and figured that out yet. I don't even know if I can. I'm not really big on mathing out games, you know, mathing out, sitting down and calculating whether or not it's feasible to do certain steps. Yeah, I don't usually do that. Anyway. Yeah, we're at 15 stacks of blue. We could make 15 stacks of... No, 7.5, because we need 2 per. 7.5 stacks of hydrangeas right now. And we're using slightly over a stack an hour. So that's, I mean, right now, this is not producing enough to keep the hydrangea farm running that we need. So, yeah, we need more mana in order to make this go any faster. Well, mana and jaded. So I have to keep that in mind. Ooh, it's almost noon. Let's collect these guys. I could use my axe. And how did you end up over here? Is that a dark spot? And it is. Thankfully it wasn't a creeper then. Okay. Yay. Alright, so as I was saying, it's almost noon. We have just a couple of minutes until noon, and I have to take a break and feed the cats and refill my cup so I have more to drink. But I do plan on continuing today with a little bit more progress in Corporea. We're likely going to be using up a lot of cobblestone. We're going to make as many Corporea funnels as we can, because we're going to need it for our farm, and that is really the next thing. We've got some petals crafting for the flowers we've got running. The next thing we need is a supply of seeds. So we're going to do that, and that needs almost 100 Corporea funnels per layer, which also means 2 Corporea sparks per spot, because one to make the Corporea funnel and one to put on top of the Corporeal funnel. So we probably don't have enough blaze rods right now. So we'll make as many as we can and go from there. I know, Hermes. I know, baby. It is almost food time. He's like begging. The Ranuncarpus cannot plant seeds on farmland in 112. Sorry. Cannot. So that may be a later version Botania change. Just a minute, Hermes. Cool it. Seriously. You have a couple minutes. It's okay. So, yeah, it doesn't work in 112. That is something I tested, because I'm like, maybe we could just do the Ranuncarpus, but nope, we have to do dispensers. These are out of seeds. That's why this row doesn't have any crops. These are probably relatively low. 10. Yep. So gonna work on, so after we do the Corporea, we will need to move the mana detectors and force relays up and then reconfigure them all. So yeah, that'll be fun. And I need a couple more drums to harvest this layer. There's not enough. Which means I need to move the spreader and the pool, which isn't hooked up to getting more mana anyway. I've had to manually put tablets in it. Eventually we're gonna have to get that filled up. But yeah. That's my life at the moment. Let's head over here and check on our cobble gen, and these are probably very empty. This whole line is probably extremely empty. We're just not producing enough mana to keep things running at the moment. That's why they turn on and off. Well, this is luckily still staying full, but probably not for long. Well, we have almost a half of a chest. That's nice to get started with. We'll be using all of that up when we come back. So I'm gonna go feed the cats, refill my cup, and stretch my legs for a little bit. You should do that too, and we'll be back in around 5 to 10 minutes depending on how fast Heimdall eats. So don't go anywhere, folks. I will return.